Guys, gals, and guests, honey. Yes, honey. I hope you ready for all the mess, honey. We got a lot to talk about tonight. Yeah, I know I'm coming on here late. I was supposed to be here at 8 o'clock, but I think I'm going to change the time to 9. I think I'm going to change the time to 9. That gives me a little more time, to make sure that I'm bringing y'all as accurate information as possible. And also, I don't have to compete with TGIF that comes on at 8 o'clock. So, I think we're going to do that. I think we might. I'm thinking about it. Let me know. Let me know if y'all think that I should switch. Let me know if y'all think that I should switch. But as of right now, honey, we're going to get into the show, baby. Got the right bitch. No lefty, walking my truth, don't fuck with my step team, crawl for you, walk, run it, catch me, got a sharp tongue, spit it, machete, mean beat, but a nigga never slept me, watch your mouth, unless you wanna catch these, mic check, testing, can you hear me? Baby, we got a lot to talk about tonight, honey, a lot of gay things been going on, honey. Baby. And this is the show where you come to relax with your girl, relax with the fairy puss. We drink a little bit, we talk a little ish, honey. Well, you can drink. I'm usually pumping the Bilica. And we talk about all the things that are gay and or queer that is going on. Baby, honey, I don't know if y'all heard about this tea already, honey. Doug the Bounty Hunter, honey, apparently had went on a transphobic rant. Child, DJ Pump the Beat.
Yeah. You know what? I'm so tired. Well, first of all, I want to say that I'm married to one of the coolest guys out there. So I just want
Can you guys be my parents?
But I am so over what's happening and
the old stuff.
The old stuff and them trying to make our men into wussies and babies and not be men. Because that's not what God said in the Bible. That's not who David was. It wasn't who Isaiah was.
No.
That's not who our men are supposed to be. So I'm sick of it.
Yeah, the men really need to take a stand.
That's right.
They do. We need men that are strong leaders and that can lead their families and lead the church in the right way. We've had this old religion, this old way of doing things. And I don't know about y'all on here, but I'm tired of playing church.
Yes.
This generation is not going to be reached by people playing church and not demonstrating the power of God.
That's
the people playing church all led to Bud Light.
Oh.
Is that right? I get that punk down, rebuke Satan out of him, and just give him a couple black eyes. That's exactly, and I mean that. If I ever see him, I'm dropping him. Right. In more ways than
I want to drop him in the Holy Ghost.
Yeah.
And healed.
She saves me from.
Child, if y'all didn't catch that, see, honey, that was Doug the Bounty Hunter threatening Dylan Mulvaney, honey. Yeah, child. Yes, honey. That's what he was talking about, Bud Light, and that's the person who he claimed that he's going to drag and he's going to whip and all of the things, honey. All of the things. Child, baby, honey, if you didn't already know, Doug the Bounty Hunter is a piece of shit. Honey, he is. He's one of those people who tries to use Christianity as an excuse to be hateful and bigoted, honey. They'll use any old excuse, honey. A trailer park, trash piece of... Well, his daughter tried to save him. Both his daughters tried to save him. But one of his daughters made a statement on Instagram. Bonnie made a statement on Instagram. She said, the comments made by Dwayne Chapman is Doug the Bounty Hunter, if y'all don't know. Why she used her father's government name in this post, I don't know. You gonna have to ask Bonnie. But she said the comments reflect prehistoric beliefs and do not align with with true Christian values. Duh. Jesus loves everyone and would strongly denounce this non-accepting rhetoric. It is utterly repulsive to advocate for violence against the transgender community. It's equally impulsive to invoke Jesus' name in vain to support such views. Honey, it's a long statement. Y'all can go ahead and read it, baby. She goes on to say making comments about her sister's marriage and sexuality is abhorrent. She had to personally apologize to her sister, Liza, or Liza. Child, I don't know how you pronounce these trailer park trash ass names, honey. Doug the bounty hunter, his leather looking wife, honey, they all clearly trailer park garbage, baby, honey. And Bonnie also specifically apologizes to Dylan Mulvaney, because that's who Doug threatened. Child, honey, y'all could read that. Y'all could read that foolishness, baby. Child, if you want to see it again, take it back. You can take it back, honey. But Doug the bounty hunter been a piece of shit, baby. Honey, now.
Why didn't you invite her to the wedding?
As hard as it is and as heartbreaking as it is, we had to make a decision that was very difficult for us. We've been through hell, him and I, in the past 3 years.
I love you.
I love you too. And I'm not gonna allow our day to be ruined by this nonsense.
The accusations are serious and scathing. Dog's daughter claiming he is racist, homophobic, and was unfaithful to her late mother Beth, who died just over 2 years ago. Did
Child, enough said, honey. Y'all see the mullet. Y'all hear what his daughter had to say about him publicly. Now, all of a sudden, they defending him, honey. His gay daughter came out and said a little something too. She talked to TMZ. TMZ reported that she says the comments are not in line with her father's character. He doubled down. He doubled down, Liza. Said that the comments are not in line with her father's character. She feels that's not who Dog is, and she says she is trying to find out why he says such nasty things. Well, Liza, maybe he said these nasty things in this interview for the same reason that he said the nasty, racist, hateful, homophobic things that he said in the past, because that's just who he is. He's a white man who let his hair knot up. Do you know how difficult it is for white people to grow dreadful locks? That's what they're called when white people wear them, dreadful locks. Do you know how hard it is? Do you know how dirty you have to be as a white person to... Child, your father looked like he stank. If he didn't stink, I would do a praise dance, because that in itself proves that Jesus is real. Honey, the leather look between him and his wife, I want to call Peter. Because I'm not sure if they wearing that leather or if they skin just growing that way at this point. But either way, I think it should be illegal. I think it should be an animal rights violation of some sort. She also spoke on the phone about the interview, and she also spoke on the phone. She also spoke to TMZ and told them that she spoke on the phone with her father after the interview. She said it was a bunch of yelling. Liza, who knows your name, would love to know what that fussing and yelling was about, because, honey, you on her caping for daddy now. Honey, fuck Doug, the bounty hunter, honey. Girl, fuck anybody who supports him. Child, burn down the station that plays him if he's still on air. Bitch, I keep telling y'all. And then he got nerves to be one of them trailer park Republicans. How you Republican and you look like you grew up off of oodles and noodles and air sandwiches? Like, motherfucker looked like his mother was one of them cokehead strippers that had no body, back in the day. One of them little pencil thins strippers that, that worked at the gentleman's club. Doug looked like he don't even know who his father is. He looked like his mother was smoking Newport 100s when she was pregnant with him. Child, they done had enough of my energy. Back on to some other white people. Now, Tom Holland, y'all, I seen y'all up in arms. I seen y'all up in arms on Twitter about y'all favorite neighborhood Spider-Man. Honey, Tom Holland. Yeah. Tom plays in this series apparently called Crowded Room. And apparently in Crowded Room, I've never seen the episode, but apparently in Crowded Room, Tom is playing a gay man. And there was a gay adult intimate scene, a gay erotic scene, homoerotic scene, if you will, featuring Tom. Now they made, excuse me, I gotta light the bill. Give me 17 seconds to light the bill. But they made such a big deal on Twitter about Tom in this scene, honey. I thought that it was going to give me my life, honey. I thought I was going to see a partial frontal. You know what I mean? I thought I was going to be able to see the head, or some, I thought I was going to be able to see. Child, it's every bit of 5 seconds, honey. It's even safe enough for me to show y'all on here. Child, honey. They overdid it. They made a big deal about nothing, about this 5-second scene. Honey, you don't see nothing. You don't see no cakes. You don't see no meat. Girl, you don't even get a nipple shot. Child, and y'all mad about this? Y'all mad at Tom over this? Why is y'all mad at Tom over this? Zendaya been slaying Tom. Zendaya been slaying Tom. Everybody know that Zendaya is the dom in that relationship. Now, honey, everybody know that Zendaya wear the boxers and Tom wear the panties. Y'all is acting brand new because now instead of letting a half black woman slay him, he's letting a black man slay him. This is what I can't do with y'all. I secretly believe that for y'all, part of the tea is the fact that Tom is giving subby bottom to a black man, honey. I think y'all can't take the fact that Tom is being a subby bottom with a black man, honey. But that's usually how it works. I mean, even in real life, in these relationships, the Caucasian man is usually the bottom. And a black man is usually the BBC top. Honey, y'all know that they crave and fetishize the BBC, honey. So what is this? Is this making such a scandal and such a tea because this is y'all real lives being played out on the screen? Let me know. This is what y'all do. Y'all even do it with the trans women. White guys even do it with the trans women. I'm getting ready to tell one of y'all little tranny secrets. Baby, a lot of times when you see these trans women with these white men, the trans woman be a whole dominant type, honey. She probably met the man being his dominatrix, for real, honey. And the white man be the whole submissive bottom, and they be doing like reverse slave play and race play and all of that. If y'all don't know what that is, that's basically people pretending that they back on the plantation. It's more common than you probably want to believe, honey. I've come across it all too often, honestly. Child, Since we talk about crazy crackers, honey, we got a serious story tonight, baby. Did y'all hear about this story about Miss Michelle Peacock? Baby, trigger warning. Trigger warning. Baby, this story is real. Some of y'all may be familiar with this story because it caught headlines. A cisgender woman was stabbed to death because the killer believed that she was trans. Yes, 59-year-old Michelle Dion Peacock of Richmond, Indiana, was killed on July 3rd in her apartment complex, the Merrill Henderson Apartments in Richmond, Indiana. Yes, according to the affidavit, Tom Wayne Earl, 67 years old, was the person who stabbed Michelle. According to the affidavit, like I said, Earl approached Michelle, who was in the gazebo outside of the apartment building, and slit her throat with a straight razor. I can't make this shit up, and I wish I didn't have to read it. Michelle was pronounced dead at the scene, and eyewitnesses reported that she had bled severely from the laceration. Police reportedly arrived at the scene about 1:20 p.m., and the bystanders were still there, attempting to hold Tommy Earl back. The bystanders were still trying to hold him back when the police got there. Not only did he slit this woman's throat, not only has she already passed away, but he still wanted to inflict harm against her body. When the officers showed up, he even threatened them with the same weapon that he used to take Michelle's life. It's been reported that prior to this altercation, Michelle had been filing complaints against Tommy Earl for approximately a year. He had apparently been harassing her throughout the apartment complex, and she was complaining to family members that nothing was being done about the harassment. When investigators questioned Tommy Earl, he referred to Michelle as a male acting like a woman. Clearly, he believed that this black cisgender woman was trans. And in him believing that she was trans, he was under the impression that he was able to take her life, that it was okay. That's because a lot of this anti-trans legislation and a lot of the anti-trans rhetoric that a lot of y'all speak out of y'all mouths so freely. But the public absorbs it completely different when this anti-trans rhetoric is coming out of the mouth of the people who are supposed to serve and protect them, the people who are supposed to represent them legally, the people who are supposed to represent this country. Earl went on to say, as he was being arrested, he went on to say, quote, he would do it again, unquote. Earl confirmed that the pair did not get along, and he also admitted that he had had prior disputes with Michelle. Whew. Michelle complained of being bullied by Tommy Earl for a long time, and nothing was done. He took this lady's life, and then wanted to continue to attack her afterwards. What kind of fucking monster could do this? Like, child. This is the kind of monster that could do that. Are you surprised? Are you surprised that it's an older white man? Are you surprised that it's an older white man who's a junkie? Black woman had an older white junkie living in her apartment complex, harassing her. She'd reported it commonly for at least a year, says her daughter. The man who took her life even admitted that they had had prior incidents. And absolutely nothing was done. Are you fucking kidding me? This is the world we live in. This is the world we live in. Clearly I'm reporting on this because he took this woman's life because he thought she was trans. The bigger point is that she's not trans. The biggest point is that it shouldn't matter if she was. Just like Michelle is someone's mother, I, for example, am someone's daughter. It would not be okay for you to take my life or any of my sister's lives or any of my brother's lives just because we're trans. Please donate to the family of Michelle Dion Peacock. The GoFundMe link is in the description of this video. Please donate. Please share. Got a trigger warning for y'all, honey. This ain't the last heart-wrenching story of the night. It's been a lot of things going on this week, and that's what took me so long to come online. I see y'all starting to come in. Hey, everybody. Hey, AOP. What does your name stand for? What does AOP stand for? What is that an acronym for? I'm assuming it's an acronym. AOP said, OMG, I finally caught a live show. I love your channel. Thank you, AOP. Thank you. Thank you. Definitely. Things like that definitely keep me going. Who's the brother? Oh, who was the guy who plays Tom Holland's lover in The Crowded Room? AOP, I'm honestly not sure, but we gonna look it up and we gonna find out. Since we here, why not? You know, another trigger warning. This stream is gonna be a pretty long tonight. Let me go on D&D. Oh, that's a message from my brother, Pat Manuel, the trans boxer. Shout out to Pat Manuel. It's going to be a little lengthy stream tonight, but most of the stream you're going to be hearing other people talk. It's going to be a lot of video. A lot of video tonight. A lot of video tonight. A lot of things have happened. A lot of things have happened. All right. Crowded Room cast. And we have to see who this black man is. Honey baby. Of course he is not. I'm going to share the screen with y'all. Of course he is not in the leading cast. Is he? Child, honey. They ain't got the black man up here. Are you surprised? Tell me if you're surprised. And see, this is probably why none of the queers that I know are watching The Crowded Room, because there ain't no black people in it. I've dated quite a few people and had quite a few friends outside of my race, and they talk about these movies and things that are supposed to be classics and blah 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 whatever whatever. And for me, I'd be like, I ain't seen that shit. Child, what's that? Who that? Who in it? And they get naming people, honey, and I don't hear nary Denzel, nary Angela Bassett, honey. I don't hear none of the people that you look for. Child, I done had to do a motherfucking CSI criminal search to find the black man that's in Crowded Room. But a lot of that stuff I don't be watching. That ain't classic. Those ain't classics in my community, honey. Baby. And them same people talk about, oh, this a film classic, this, that, and the third, honey. Them be the same motherfuckers who ain't seen Boys in the Hood. Honey, they ain't seen Jason's Lyric. Baby, they ain't seen none of the good shit. Talk about something's a classic. Baby, I found them and I'm pulling them up for us to get into the material, honey. You know, ooh, Jesus. Oh, you know, we like to get into the material over here. Oh, Lord, Jesus. I don't know if I want to share him with y'all. And I'm over here feeling fertile, too. Stephen Barrington. Jamaican American. Honey. Oh, yeah, he look familiar. I've seen him and stuff before. Is that his child? Is you a daddy, Stephen? Is you a daddy? Oh, I think he is a daddy. Baby, yes, you are a daddy. Stephen Barrington, go. Ooh, Stephen, I got more followers than you. Let me go ahead and follow Stephen. Might have to hit Stephen up. But yeah, y'all go and support Stephen Barrington, honey. Thank you, AOP. Thank you, AOP. That black man is clearly not getting enough love in the community. But let's move on to the next heart-wrenching story. It's a fly trying to come in my living room, and they be getting on my nerves like, girl, why you want to come in here for me to whack your ass, bitch? Did y'all hear about Colin? Yes, a lot of people heard about Michelle's story because a lot of people heard about Colin's story. You know, this is America, so Colin being a white man, you know, his story got a little more coverage. So did his GoFundMe. They don't even have his GoFundMe posted anymore. That's how well it did. Please go and support Michelle's. But anyway, Colin, same weekend that Michelle was taken from us, so was Colin. I'm sorry, y'all. I gotta take it back. I missed an important point. We gotta backtrack. We gotta backtrack to Michelle. We gotta take it back to Michelle. I got distracted with Steven. Michelle Peacock, who was taken from us by Tommy Wayne Earl. Another point that I want y'all to know. Earl claimed during multiple interviews that he is glad that he killed her and he would do it again even after finding out that she wasn't trans. He talked about experiencing a psychotic break, but ain't nobody trying to hear that shit because he also talks about injecting his own prescription medications, which were not injectables. So if this was a psychotic break, this was a self-induced, drug-induced psychotic break. Tommy, I have no cares for you. Tommy, baby, I wish that they had televisions in hell. I wish that they had recorders and props and production in hell for us to see you burn. I wish they had cameras and shit in hell for us to see you burn, Tommy. I don't give a fuck nothing about nothing you try to claim about no mental health, honey. Tommy also said that he doesn't want to be housed with black people in jail because he doesn't get along with them. I just wanted to add that point. That was an important point for me to add to all the black folks who watch this, to all the black transphobic folks. Baby, the thing that a lot of us keep trying to get across to y'all, the thing that a lot of us black queers keep trying to get across to the black community as a whole, is that the same notion, the same rhetoric, the same ideas, the same ideology that doesn't like you for being black is the same thing and the same ideology and the same notions and the same people who don't like trans people. So when you become a transphobic black person, you are just a black person who's hopping on the cracker bandwagon, hopping on the America bandwagon. Baby, girl, get your life. But yes, Colin, as I was saying before, Colin's life was also taken during the same weekend as Michelle's. Story's a bit different with Colin. Colin was stabbed fatally in Portland, Oregon on July 2nd, because he was protecting a friend against anti-queer harassment. This friend's name has not been released publicly, and I have not gone digging for their own safety. I have not gone digging for the identity of this person, but it has been insinuated in all the reports that I've read and seen that the person who Colin was defending was trans, or at least gender non-conforming, at least somebody who appeared trans or appeared queer in the way that they dressed and presented. Apparently, Colin had gotten off of work any other day. People began harassing and throwing slurs at one of Colin's friends. 32-year-old Colin started to defend his friend, and the man stabbed him several times around 1:49 a.m. Again, Colin had passed by the time the police had got there. This attack was so vicious on Colin that he didn't survive long enough for the police to get there either. This attack happens in southeast Portland, Oregon, outside of a bar called the High Dive. Apparently the High Dive is like a all-inclusive space, mixed crowds. You know, not uncommon to find queer people in there. They do comedy shows, that kind of thing, right? Colin simply defending his queer friends, and he is stabbed to death. It's a picture of Colin with his sister. Sister name is Danny. Shout out to Danny. Danny is the one who has been making sure that Colin's story is being heard. She's the one who's been making sure that his story is being heard. She's the one who organized his GoFundMe and all of the things. Colin is apparently, in all of my investigation, Colin just simply seems to be a good guy. A genuinely good guy. Colin seems to be one of those guys that gives us all hope in humanity. Or was one of those guys who gives us hope in humanity. I'm staying still because Colin has left a legacy. Colin has left a legacy as a hero and a protector. Colin has essentially become a martyr for trans rights, for trans equality, for trans acceptance, as well as Michelle Peacock. sorry to have to report these stories, honey, but I can't keep doing streams and ignoring these stories that really do genuinely matter. Colin had dreams of owning his own restaurant. He was a cook at the Ox restaurant in Portland. He also served there. So I guess he had a little experience in the front of the house and the back of the house, and probably did have the skill and would have likely been very successful in the restaurant industry. I know that everybody he works with, and including the eatery itself, supports him incredibly. Rafnique Yusuf Jackson is the person who took Colin's life. Rafnique is the person who was harassing the queer presenting person. Rafnique is the person who decided to have a weapon and stab Colin so severely that he did not survive even the police arriving. In Portland, Oregon, the police are not very busy. They got there pretty quick, I'm sure. Especially on the main strip. Sadly, I'm not surprised it's a man of color. Even more sad, I was a little surprised that the first guy wasn't a man of color. But, you know, honey, even white men, child, have the balls to take out us trannies these days. You know, the government says we're worth nothing. Why would they care? A lot of y'all may have seen this error and not even realize that it was an error. A headline talking about Michelle's murder and Colin's murder, but with a picture of a young trans person at the bottom, right? Well, this person is in fact Jacob Williamson. And this is the headline that belongs to Jacob. 18-year-old trans man was taken in South Carolina. 18-year-old trans man's life was taken in South Carolina. Yeah, baby, hold on to your britches. It's another one of those stories, and this time it's a teenager. 18-year-old Jacob. Jacob was found roadside at the end of June. So, a few weeks ago, Jacob was found roadside. A lot of y'all may not have been aware that this was even a trans story because Jacob was commonly being misgendered in the media. At first, Jacob was a missing person, but they were reporting him as a missing girl. And they were also using pictures of Jacob that did not match the way Jacob presented now. Jacob had just recently moved out of his parents' house because Jacob had just recently came out as trans. And he wasn't being accepted by his family. He was actually living with a family friend, Promise Edwards. She had took Jacob in about a month and a half before his disappearance. Jacob told Promise that he had been talking to a man named Joshua Newton online. And Promise confirmed that he appeared to be talking to Josh the whole time that he had been staying with her. Promise also said that Jacob even offered to download a tracking app so that she would be able to have his location, to feel more secure about him being out with this guy. Because being trans and dating cisgender men is dangerous. Newton picked up Jacob from Promise's home in Lawrence County on June 30th. And he took Jacob to his trailer. Josh took Jacob to his trailer. They had met online with the intentions of being romantic and being intimate. From my understanding, Jacob went there, prepared to, I guess, hook up with the guy. But, I mean, clearly I had been talking to him for a month and a half, so the interest is understandable. It's nothing wrong with dating and meeting people online. That's what most of us do, right? Well, being trans, you have to be a little more precautious. Joshua took Jacob's life in his trailer and dumped Jacob's body on the road a few miles away. On the 4th of July, I'm not sure what happens before he dumps Jacob's body, and I really don't want to think about it, honestly. Joshua Newton has been found. And he has been charged with first-degree murder. It's Josh on the left. Josh was charged with his girlfriend, Victoria Smith, who is charged with obstruction of justice and accessory after the fact. So clearly this was a group effort between Josh and Victoria. They haven't confirmed whether or not it's a hate crime yet. But I think it's fair to consider it a hate crime, baby. We need cameras to watch Joshua and Victoria burn as well, honey. And just think, there are people who have sold drugs and will be housed in the same facility as these type of criminals. There are people who have had traffic infractions and will be housed in the same facilities as this type of people. There are people who have simply used drugs. There could be a young black man got caught with a bag of marijuana. You know how often that is. And you know how often the cops plan it. And you know how often they profile black people when most of America smokes marijuana. Who will be housed with these types of criminals. I know people with drug offenses who have done more time than these types of criminals. Child. Trailer park crazy crackers. Jesus. Thugs. Hooligans. And it doesn't make me feel better that this is not black people perpetrating these acts. No, it doesn't. But we do need to point out the fact that white people are horrible creatures as well, or can be horrible creatures as well. And that crime doesn't have a color, baby. So this is the message that Promise left. When she was supposed to be celebrating her birthday, she was heartbroken, mourning Jacob. And even though his family had put him out to pasture, clearly promised, cared about Jacob. Because without promise, Jacob may not have lasted that long. And sadly, that is commonly the story for trans people. And these 3 stories that we just heard are common reasons why I wasn't expected to make it to this age. And I'm in my 30s. The life expectancy for a black trans woman is 35 years old. Child, let me hit the billicas. How y'all doing out in the chat? The chat is quiet. I see y'all here. I see y'all here and stuff, but the chat is quiet. I'm about to liven it up. We about to liven it up a little bit. We got some things to get into, but I had to get the important stories out the way, bae. Had to get the important stories out the way. Well, I ain't gonna say important stories because everybody's story is important. But I had to get those stories out of the way so that we could really kiki and I didn't have to worry about, bringing my energy back to that. Back to the negativity, back to the tea, But do y'all remember this tea? Do y'all remember the viral video of the boy with the chemical peel? Y'all remember that? Y'all remember when Neo, had got his chemical peel and he had gags? Bitch. Honey. DJ pump the beat.
And worse, to the point I can't even look at myself in the mirror. So I want this shit off my face ASAP right now. I'm getting ready to go to the emergency room, try to see what can be done, and hopefully pray to God that this shit comes off my face and that they're able to treat it, and in a couple of weeks or a week or so, whatever, I'll be looking back to normal. Or I'm letting you guys know I'm committing suicide because I can't take this. This I just can't. Anybody that knows me very well that I'm a survivor of 3rd-degree burns, 90% of my body. And this brings back too many pain, suffering.
Child, not ready to commit suicide, honey, because you got some scars on your face. Baby, the way y'all Americans be superficial, ooh, and then the gay Americans at that, baby, it is bad for y'all out here, bitch. I wouldn't give. I've literally had. I'm epileptic. For all who don't know, I had a seizure on concrete in 100-degree weather, baby. My face has looked like that before. Suicide wasn't an option, baby. Wasn't a thought. But honey, I ain't gonna judge him. I ain't gonna judge him. Everybody has their story. Long story short, honey, your boy Neo is out here in these streets, honey, because, he got it back together. He got his skin back right, honey. And he done also filed a lawsuit and won against the esthetician who burnt his skin up, honey. Yes, honey, he done won $1 million suit. Honey, done got $1 million, then won $1 million judgment. Well, he ain't collected it yet. But he done won $1 million judgment, honey, for getting his skin burnt up and stuff. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes, honey. That's how he look without the filter on the right. Yes, honey. Much better. Yes. But it's a tea because the woman who owns the business, the woman who owns Diamond Faces in Atlanta, is a trans woman. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. The gay done went to the court against the trans, honey, and the gay and the trans is in the court together, honey, and they both struggling and black and broke, honey. Jesus, I keep telling y'all, honey, you got to be careful. You got to be careful. Just because these places is popular on social media don't mean that they is good for ya. It don't mean that they is good for your spirit, for your soul, for your skin. Oh, Lord. Neo, honey. Neo, I'm praying for you, Neo. Hopefully you get your coin, honey. But Shamari done made the Diamond Faces business account motherfucking private on Instagram now that this judgment that came out. So nope, Neo, I was about to call you Noel, honey, Noel, because Noel, and she's still advertising microderm abrasions on the Diamond Face. Shamari Renee, clock out. And since we on it, Neo, I need to talk to you face to face. Neo, baby. Neo, I want you to clock out too. I want you to clock out because you know better. Promoting your lawsuit on the same page that you got the gay adult entertainment. I'm not a fan of it. I think it's tacky when you queers do that. Don't nobody but you queers do that. Have a whole bunch of hardcore promenade on y'all Twitter page, and then you look and you got family pictures right next to it. You're sluts and whores, honey. OnlyFans links and shit. You're slut. Anyway, back to Diamond Face. I keep telling y'all not to trust the pump girls. Y'all keep trusting the pump girls. Y'all keep trusting the girls with windowsill and silicone and fix-a-flat girl and silly putty in their face and butt and stuff. Y'all keep trusting. I keep telling y'all not to trust them girls. They minds ain't right. Honey. Anytime you put your looks before your health, that ain't God. That ain't Jesus. Jesus didn't teach you that. Jesus didn't teach you that. Hey, Cosmo in the building. Cosmo, what kind of lifesaver gummies you got? Because the gummies that me and my friends call lifesavers, you can't get them out of the regular corner store. You can't get them gummies out of the regular corner store. But they will save your life, honey. They will save your life, honey. Yes, honey, on a bad day. But yes, honey, I'm praying that Neo gets his money from Shamari. If you got an appointment with Diamond Faces, I'd reconsider. I would reconsider, especially if it's a chemical peel. Because you going to look bitch and you going to be peeled like a fresh banana, just like Neo was, honey. Okay, I'm telling you, in Jesus' name. Oh, thank you, William. William said that he noticed that my subscribers going up. And he says that I deserve it. Hey, AR in the building, my friend AR in the building. Oh, y'all coming in now. Good. Y'all coming in now. Cosmo said it's not the infused gummies. Cosmo, what's wrong? You can't afford the infused ones? You want me to see if I could do a Cash App post or something for you to get the infused ones? Back to business. Did y'all hear about this tea? Do y'all know who Lil J is? King Lil J, Chicago rapper. Y'all hear about this tea? Did y'all hear about Lil JT? Do y'all know Lil J? Let me know in the comments if you know who Lil J is. Let me know in the comments if you know who Lil J is. If you know a Lil J song, leave the name of the song. If you got a recommendation for a Lil J song, leave the name of the song in the comments so that we can all go listen, so that we can all help Little J get some spins, honey, because you know I like to support queer rappers. Honey, you know I like to support queer musicians. They ain't got rap. Honey, they could play the tambourine. They can sing. Girl, you know, I supported some queers that had a song called Bump, Bump, Bump for the longest time. I love that song, Bump, 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 and with the dumbest name. But do y'all know who Little J is? Do y'all know who Little J is, honey? Child, well, honey. If it's shocking to you that I said Little J is one of the queers, then you must ain't been online in the past couple hours, because it's some prison camera footage that was released today. DJ Pop the Beats. Well, it ain't no beat, you know, because they in jail, you know, but DJ Pump the Shenanigans. What you see here is Little J's cell block. That is Little J sitting there. No, not on the lap. That is Little J underneath. That is Little J with the person on his lap. Yes, the person. It appears that the person has long ponytails, honey, and people are clearly interacting with Little J. Like this is nothing new. This is nothing different, honey. You got another person here in the yellow jumpsuit. It's looking like a little queer little coalition. Is this a queer cell block? I don't know. But that's Little J sitting there, you know, with the person sitting on his lap. The reason that this is going viral, the reason that all of this is going viral, because, you know, in jail, they house people based on their genitalia. Traditionally, they have housed people based on their genitalia. Depending on what state you're in America, that might be different. Depending on your genitalia, that might be different. But this is a tea, because long story short, it's two people that was born with a penis. Yeah. Apparently, Little J has a trans or gender non-conforming person sitting on his lap in prison. If this is a new subject to you, we call them prison. They call them prison wives and stuff like that. Yeah, the girls done told y'all stories for years about how they go to prison and get treated lavish and get treated like the cons, honey, and all of this and all that. Well, apparently Little J was one of the people who was treating them like the cunts when they got locked up, honey. Little J done got caught. It's not quite 4K, but Little J done got caught in 480 pixels. Woo! Shout out to Little J. Shout out to Little J, honey. Yes. Little J, prison trade, Little J. Yeah, if y'all don't remember, Little J was the rapper who had got out of jail, and everybody was like, yeah, he out of jail. He could finally do something. And then like 17 seconds later, he was locked back up because he had firearms. He had got out of jail. He had homicide. He took somebody's life, had got out of jail. And then, yeah, he had took somebody's life, had got out of jail. But that was a big T, because, you know, usually when niggas is killing people, you know, they don't get out. At least without doing about 20. At least without doing a couple decades. Right? So it was looking like Lil J's rap career was over. But Lil J done got out. Lil J had got out, and then 17 seconds he was right back in there, and everybody was like, God damn, Lil J, what? You must like it in there, Little J. Honey. Well, apparently Lil J do like it in there, but to hear Lil J tell it, he don't like it in there. DJ Pump the Beat.
Man, make it make sense, man. Y'all try to do anything to try to tarnish the face, man. As soon as y'all put dude up actually saying, y'all always try to put me on there. Look at man, like, come on, y'all try anything face though, bad. His tattoos though, bad. His body though, the skin tone. Come on, man. Make this, man. Thank y'all, though. Thanks for taking relevant. Thanks for taking me clear. Man, make it make sense, man. Y'all try to do anything to try to tarnish the face, man. As soon as y'all put dude up actually saying, y'all was trying to put me on there. Look at man, like, come on, y'all try anything. Face though, bad. His tattoos though, bad. His body though, the skin tone. Come on, man. Make it sense, man. Thank y'all, though. Thanks for taking relevant. Thanks for taking me clear.
Woo, child. Little J tried to backpedal and pussy pop on a handstand, honey, and crip walk, moonwalk, backslide, honey. Lil J said, man, that wasn't me, man. That wasn't me, yo. Well, it's been confirmed that it was Lil J. It's been confirmed that it was him. You know, all the Bloods and Crips and the niggas on the strip, like, they all know that it was Lil J. It's been confirmed from the inside, as you see. From the footage, Lil J was not alone. That was, you know, it wasn't like that's something he was doing in the cell or something. No, Lil J had been freely walking around the facility, giving zaddy, you know, to the tranny puss. You know what I'm saying? Do y'all hear what I'm saying? Is it making sense? Is it making sense? Honey, like I said, this ain't nothing new. The streets had already knew, honey, and this is just confirmation. Baby, this is a tea from even before Lil J got locked up. This came up in an interview with some Chicago niggas he knew that was locked up as well. DJ Pump the Beat.
Lil J just got out, you know what I'm saying, after doing 7 years and...
Hold up, pause. Look, man, back on the fact with the ladies, man, I just want to clear this up right quick. I don't got nothing bad to say about Lil J or nothing like that. I don't got nothing against him. But if he out there acting like he wasn't in here fucking with transsexuals and protected custody and shit like that, then that's bogus. I want all the ladies to watch themselves, because there's a lot of females who be fucking around, you know, see bro and them turned up. They want to have good times and have fun and shit like that. Watch out for Lil J, man, because he had papers floating around here. He was fucking with a transsexual named Brandon Arnold. He was fucking with a transsexual named Brandon Arnold and a Dario Smith. And if you Google them names, they'll pop up or whatever. And I can get the ticket numbers and shit like that, so we can ask him to get those tickets and read what they say, sexual misconduct and shit like that. So papers was going around that he had HIV, gang. And I ain't lying, none of that shit. I'm trying to look out for my people out there, because that shit be spreading, and then it can get back to my family. I got sisters, all type of shit. I got brothers. I don't want that shit to spread back to them. You see what I'm saying?
No bet. So look.
I just want to say, watch out for dude, man. If he ain't being real with who he is, and no disrespect to the gay people or whatever, but dude is 100% gay. Like, for real.
100% gay. Well, that would make sense on why Lil J don't want to stay out of jail. If he's 100% gay, if he's 100% homosexual, then that means, you know, that he likes the ick dogger full time. And being a gangster, you know, he probably feel like he can truly be his gangster and be the gay all at the same time. And he could, you know, use the excuse that he messed with the girls in jail because they the only girls available. Even though we already know that the real straight men mess with the CEOs. But that makes sense. That makes sense. So I feel like me and Twitter and the whole internet have come to a good conclusion.
That nigga gay, nigga gay, nigga gay, nigga gay, nigga gay.
Oh, yeah. I think that's what it's giving. I think that's what it's giving. What do y'all think? Let me know in the comments. What do y'all think? Do y'all think that Little J is gay, bisexual, straight? Straight ain't an option. Straight ain't an option. Shout out to Little J. Yeah, I wonder if that's who Thuglicious was made off of, Little J. I wonder if, you know. Yeah. Yeah, that was a mugshot. That was a mugshot. Yeah, Little J has many. He has more mugshots than album covers. But they still call him a rapper. Dangerous trade, no thanks. No thanks, me either, AR. I'm not a fan. The girls say that they go to jail and they get their life from the dangerous trade and all that. Well, bitch, they can get their life, their death, their afterlife, and all of the things that they want from the trade, because, bitch, that ain't me, bitch, honey. If anything, honey, I'm the type of bitch that'll pretend to be a cross-dresser so that I can fuck a butch queen when I want to do a hookup or something. And then they'd be like, well, you just a cross-dresser, but you got titties. And then I'd be like, I was overweight. I'd be like, I was overweight as a child. I was overweight as a child and lost a lot of weight. Stuff like that. Y'all, this stream went by faster than I thought. I only got one more tea for y'all. Y'all know we wrap up. If you come here all the time, you know that we wrap up our stream with a woman of color. We give a shout out to a woman of color because the whole stream is gay as hell. But we love women of color. You know the gays. The gays love women of color, honey. If you're a white gay, then you talk like a woman of color. You know, if you're a black gay, then you are a woman of color with a penis. How y'all doing? How y'all doing out in the chat? Are you here? Can you hear me? I'm gonna keep it moving. Because y'all probably high. I think Cosmo lied about them gummies. I think them gummies really is infused. Well, honey, you know the other thing that we have to talk about before we roll out is I have to give y'all this tea on the bad boys, honey. Child. Season is getting late. It's getting late. What's going on? Child, it's all getting late. We'll get to it. We'll get to it. Oh, honey, let me pull them up on the screen for y'all, honey. And then let me, have the DJ pump the beat.
It's supposed to be this way. It's supposed to be this way.
You might not be a bad person after all.
He's not a bad person. He just fake.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Carry on, you can take us to Kurt Franklin's, you can take us to your daddy's studio.
You know he don't like when y'all bring his daddy name up like
I
that,
know,
right?
that's what people,
I like he smile and shit, but it's really like he don't like
Yeah,
that.
but he, I'm sorry.
But he has a very estranged relationship with his father.
You want me to get in the ring?
If you want to get in the ring.
Shit, haven't I got beat enough?
He gonna say something. Haven't I been beaten up? I'm like, it's not about me. I want to get in the ring with Prince, brother. I want to get in the ring with you.
I'm looking forward to this.
With 2 degrees.
I got my bachelor's in public relations and triple minor in broadcast communication, advertising, fashion.
Yeah, I got my shit.
I'm a high school dropout. I didn't finish high school. I dropped out in 11th grade. But you do got to have some knowledge and have some skills. I was fortunate enough to be around a bunch of entrepreneurs, and I was able to learn different traits.
I know a lot of people who haven't graduated high school don't have a GED. I don't knock nobody educational shit. You know what I'm saying? If you can make it without that shit, that's perfect.
Bing.
I'm like, yo, what is going on?
Come on, I'm trying to do it right. No. Come on. No. Do it like this.
How it go?
My twin over here playing too much. I'm just, paying attention to everybody that's like, really focusing and stuff. I think something gonna happen to my twin.
Jonathan! Hey, what's going on?
Where you come from?
Come on, baby. Come on, brother. Get your ass up. Come over here. What's going on? You want to join the crew?
No, I'm right here listening. What's going on?
Oh, he's in his zone. Okay, don't worry about it, because this is a competition.
Bobby is not no bad boy. No disrespect to him and his brand, but I wasn't feeling this. So I'm sitting this one out.
I was just feeling lightheaded, spaced out. I wasn't in my right state of mind. So I'm going to just sit this one out.
Prince look like he got some hands. Ooh, shit, Chef D get. Ooh, hit back, Chef. Ooh, yo.
Do something, D.
We have a lot of kicks going to the torso. The only thing I think D is really good at landing.
It was just so many punches being thrown. I think that Chef D need help at this point.
Nice. Good. Hands up. I'm tired. No, you're not.
Chef D, get it out.
I'm tired. That nigga started tearing me up in the corner. Like, just going, boo, 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 boo. I called off the fight. I said, I'm done. You win.
Oh my God, you guys fighting like sissies. Why are you guys fighting like sissies?
Everyone keeps underestimating Darrell. He was tearing Carry On's ass up.
Darrell went crazy on his ass. Carry On was going this way, that way, every way besides the right way.
Very gospel. B. Oh. Carry on, carry on. Oh.
What the fuck is going on in the name of Jesus? In the name of God, how the fuck? In the name of Jesus, hallelujah.
Take the stop, Carry On. Get out of here. Get out of here. Oh, get out of here. Get out of here. Finish strong. That's it. One last hit. Get out of here.
More City JB was throwing us out.
Get out of here. Good job. Go. Get at.
What is you doing?
But Adonis slips and kind of gave him a little ting to the head a little bit.
Adonis definitely got outboxed. Like super outboxed.
I said the champ is here. The champ is here.
You just throw a couple of punches. Yeah. And that's what they did. They just got in there and was like, okay.
Child, honey. Baby, this episode. Good thing they did the boxing because the boxing saves them. Of course, Orlando Brown is going to give us Orlando Brown every time. I just love Orlando Brown. To be honest, I became a fan of Darrell this season as well. Of course, I'm rooting for Don, ex Ebony, ex Avisa. Carry On, you still ain't sold nothing to us yet. Like, what is you selling? Your OnlyFans to the people who are attracted to you? But I get lessons, and I'm attracted to weirdos and shit, and geeks, and incels, and all types of stuff. But Carry On, no, you don't do it for me, girl. Prince, I know you selling your OnlyFans to the girls. You gay baiting. Chef D, weirdly enough, I still find Chef D and Bre to be attractive. Look, I'm so tired of you bitches judging me, honey. Mo City JB, it's like, I get what he's selling to, his OnlyFans as well. Yes, Carry On. It's like, that was a turn off. You getting slung around by Jonathan. Jonathan still got all y'all girls scared. Y'all swear to hell Jonathan don't. I think Relly not scared of Jonathan, but the rest of y'all girls, you know, including Prince, Raz B, Orlando, all the girls, the whole cast is the girls. Child, I think all of y'all scared of Jonathan. Poor thing. Even Bobby then came on the motherfucking show and was scared of Jonathan. Bobby to me just feels like a walking petri dish, like one of them punk, like a club punk. You know what I mean? And it's like, girl, you in your 40s and you still a club punk, like, girl. I'm glad that even though you still be looking a fool like Bobby looks a fool in that long ass jacket, that big ass bomber, like you should, girl. Child Shafty got her ass whipped. Who was surprised? Not me. No. But see, the thing that, like I said, I'm still attracted to Chef D. Because even though she got her ass whipped, like, it don't bother me for the girls to get their ass whipped or whatever, because, you know, I'm the type that'll whip their ass. You know, Butch Queen. You know, because Butch Queens be needing their ass whipped and they be liking the fight and shit. But the fact that she'll run her mouth and still come back, like, that's the key for me. That's the key for me with Chef D or whatever. But Chef D lied too much for me or whatever. Relly, I totally became a fan of Relly. She wore Carry On ass out. Relly is the athletic girl, honey. Relly, Relly about the most puss out of everybody in the house this season. And she runs circles around them niggas. Girl, honey. Come on, Don. What you going to do? Look at Carry On is just a Laffy Taffy, bitch. That's Carry On. That's going to be Carry On new nickname, Laffy Taffy. Girl. Look. Ow! Relly was wearing her out. The boxing definitely saved this episode. Another shout out to my bro, Pat Manuel. Yes, honey. They should have had you on the episode for boxing, Pat. You need to get a deal with Zeus, honey, so you could bring up their vibrations. I'm putting that in the universe. Pat Manuel Peanut is going to get a deal with Zeus whenever they want to box on the episode. He's going to be the one to come. Don. Oh, Lord. Don, you letting JB just rack you like that. Oh, Lord. Oh. Up and coming legendary. Up and coming. Honey, if y'all been missing episodes, honey, Don is one of the ballroom girls. And since it's an open set, then I'm going to go ahead and talk about it. Because I don't be trying to ruin the girl's career, nothing. You know. Go ahead. Bow. Oh. In this club, in your gang. Yes, JB. It's no shade. It's something sexy about that. Like, I never hopped on the JB train, you know, to me. You know, I get a little turned off when dudes be conventionally attractive when everybody else be on their sackaroos. It's a little turned off for me. But, honey, seeing JB in the ring, actually being able to sling a couple of them, I was like, oh, bow. I was like, go ahead, JB. Oh, go ahead. I want to be cheerleader. Oh, go ahead, JB. Oh, go ahead, JB. Oh. You know, I want to be on my cheerleader shit. You know what I mean? I'm from the hood now, child. You know, I've grown and I've learned, and I feel like I've become a better person, but the hood still lives in me, honey. Cosmo said, get Chef D some milk, bitch. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Oh, my Lord. Y'all is crazy. They is carrying in this chat. Y'all is carrying in this chat. Cosmo said that he is clocking out. Why are you clocking out, love? Don't clock out. You are needed. You are needed. You are needed on shift. You are needed in the front of the house, bitch. Well, I don't know if y'all knew. Excuse me. I don't know if y'all knew, but Chef D had to interview This girl named Zara. We live in the same area. I might have to hit up Zara. Shout out to Zara, Henny T with Zara. She be doing the little, covering the little Zeus celebrities too. But Chef Z has did an interview with Zara. Honey. Baby, they had went over a couple things, but I'll let them talk. DJ pumps the beat for 'em.
Seeing Kyle on it, I work with them.
Hold up, you said hide. I still do.
Okay, well, that's what they said.
It's
okay.
The internet.
I was about to say,
I still do.
Do you still have it?
Yes, I do have my food truck. Is my food truck operating right now? No, it is not.
Okay.
My staff was robbed 2 times on my food truck, and honestly, the food truck in LA just wasn't working out for me. Like, my overhead and how much I was spending on the overhead as far as like the food truck, the staff, the food, the gas, the maintenance. I just kept breaking even, and that's not what I had wanted or whatever. So the food truck got closed down.
Okay.
But I own my food truck, so I still have my food truck.
He said it's just in park.
It's park. It is.
Yeah.
It's in park, and I'm just wasting money on the fucking parking spot at the food truck lot.
Oh my God, you gotta pay for the fucking.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, it's like $1,500 a month for your truck to sit there. But they supply water for you to clean the truck and to fill your truck up.
Okay.
They have like like a gas station there because like the truck take propane to use like the stove and all that stuff. So like they provide a lot of different amenities, which you've been in a lot, and also security for your truck.
Okay, look, I would have never known shit about no truck lot with security. Period. So everybody who say he don't have his truck, he has his truck.
I have a truck. It's not open, but I do have one opening up in the location very, very soon.
Okay, period. So you were on other Zeus shows before you star on a Zeus show, a cast member. You were cooking on other Zeus shows. So tell us about the other shows you were on.
So I'm the executive chef for the Zeus Network. So I'm salary. Whether you guys see me cooking or not, I still get paid. Every 2 weeks for the past 5 years.
Period.
But yeah, so I started off with Zeus with Black China. She was the first show. I was Black China's chef. I cooked for King and Dream at Tigers and the Kardashians. I met Lemmy, which is the CEO of Zeus. I met him because he came to China House for dinner. I cooked dinner, and like he just like loved like my artistry, my food, and how I just did everything. And he brought me on to the Zeus family.
Okay, I love that. They found out a lot of new stuff about you, honey. They about to write a biography. You about to have a Wikipedia page. So how did you become friends with Natalie Nunn? Because I know that you guys are besties.
Yes.
All right, we could pause it there for now. I just wanted to, when I was watching that interview, I didn't really know who Chef D was before Santana came along. I didn't know what, Chef D had to his resume or anything like that. So I just wanted y'all to be able to get a little background on Chef D. Chef D said that his truck did not get repoed. Okay. Now, whether you decide to believe that or not, that is completely up to you. But this is the only real, I feel like this is where everybody knows Chef D from. You know what I mean? Y'all remember this? Y'all remember this live with Santana and Carisha?
He only ordered you one box of pizza and he know you big. So it gave me, I don't give a fuck about your friends. Like, bitch, and then you got these little ass water bottles. I don't play like that.
The refrigerator flooded if you thirsty.
I don't play like that. How many ounces this is? 8 ounces.
Girl, you let him know. Let me tell him.
I don't play like that. Santana always, oh, my man. Bitch, your man left you for that hoe. Bitch, who eats boneless chicken? Bitch, you can get bone in for the extra $5. Like, I don't like that. Like, he big, bitch. You got one box of pizza.
My man. My man Santana always be like, my man. Your man left you for dead, hoe. If you didn't know, that live was filmed at D's place at the time. So that was around when that live happened. That was around me being introduced to D. And since we speaking of Santana real quick, honey, I'm gonna throw this in here. Shout, I don't know if y'all know, but JC, you know, shout out to JC, who is another queer person in a queer relationship. Santana and JC got into it with Kim Barbie on Twitter, and Santana paid it, but child, this is the live where Santana paid it, bitch. It was a key to me. Did y'all catch it? Did y'all catch the set? Did y'all catch the scene, honey? She was like, what am I supposed to do? Honey, she said, what am I supposed to do? What y'all, no, she said, what y'all want me to do? I said, I fought. Look, because she was trying to ignore them comments. Every other comment was giving, girl, why you don't address the situation? Why don't you go on Twitter? I don't know, baby. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for getting y'all distracted. That was a little, ADHD moment, honey, that I seen that today, and bitch, I've been falling out ever since. But yeah, shout out to Cosmo. That's where my man came from. Your man left you for zero. Why he couldn't pay the extra $5 for the bonus? Baby, that motherfucking Carisha and Santana is a magical team. But let's get back to Chef Z. I just wanted to give y'all some background on who Chef Z was. Now we can get back into Chef Z's interview.
No.
They don't. Until they find you in little clips on different shows. They like, Chef D was on this show.
I was on 6 new shows. I was on the first show, Black China. Mm-hmm. Then we went to Jocelyn's Cabaret, Miami, 2019, the first show. I did 3 of her seasons, Miami, ATL, and Vegas. Then I did ATL Baddies. I was on all Natalie shows. Of course, it's my bestie. Keep the money in the family. Period. I did One More Chance, season 1, season 2. I did Tokyo Tony, season 1. Did a lot of shows. Bad Boys, season 1. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
So fan question. Yeah. What they say? Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's yeah.
I'm not. I can't do it like that.
Yes, you can. You can say Wagwan. Wagwan. Wagwan.
That really was funny as shit to me. Like somebody, you just having a regular conversation with somebody, and they be like Wagwan. Like you be like, what the fuck?
Bitch, what?
Okay, so tell us the secret.
Yes, honey. Yes, honey. Zero. Yes, honey. So y'all see. Because that was news to me as well, Chef Z, being on them Zeus shows or whatever. So I'm assuming y'all didn't know that too. But here's a little more tea on Chef Z before, we get into what's been going on social media.
Of course, I knew who you were. But people are starting, I'm not going to say the name, y'all, because I asked him, and he was like, who is that? So I'm not going to say the name, but people are starting to figure out, like, you're the person.
No, say the motherfucking name.
Okay, well, Santana's ex.
Say the name.
Santana's ex, right? The one who D, what's the claim number? 8-ounce D, one pizza, 8 chicken wings. D.
All right, so let me touch on that. Yes, I used to date Rashad. aka Santana.
Damn.
We dated back right when COVID started. I had just bought my new $3 million mansion up in LA. And we had started dating. And it was cool. It was fun. It was something different. I never dated a guy who had, 12-foot nails and a beard and wore makeup, So it was new for me. It was fun. What?
Go ahead.
What the fuck just happened?
You said the nails and the beard. Like, it was a crazy
I loved all that.
Yeah.
I loved all that.
Knowing your personality now, I'd be like, y'all were probably super funny. Like, cut up.
To be honest, I felt like he was too much in a relationship. Like, he always wanted to be funny, always wanted to do dumbass shit, always want to play fight. Like, he used to literally, like, bully me in a relationship, believe it or not. Like, he used to, like, smack me with his purse, like, muff me, yeah, it was crazy. And then one day I was like, look here, stop playing with me, bitch. And I slammed into the mirror and I don't know if I should be saying this.
You don't be saying that.
I don't want to incriminate myself on the podcast.
I can't.
No, we got into a little tussle in my hotel room and he was like, okay, this nigga ain't playing with me no more. And I put him out in his underwear. He had no panties.
Sometimes you gotta show the people you're not playing with them.
You gotta show. That's why I'm gonna show them at the reunion.
Okay, so speaking of reunion, let's get into Bad Boys Tea.
I want to address this 8-ounce shit too with Carisha and them. Carisha already knew it was multiple sizes of waters in my refrigerator. She picked the 8-ounce one. And the reason why Santana ate chicken wings and pizza that day is because he was outside in my Mercedes-Benz cheating on me with somebody up in LA.
Yeah. You still let him come in the house? You just gonna serve him pizza?
I didn't serve him that. He ordered that shit off of DoorDash from Pizza Hut.
Oh.
I never made that.
Oh, you said you not that wasn't your order.
What you doing all that for, baby? It's Henny T. I don't even know bitch tell me what to say. I'm grown.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So let's talk about Bad Boys. So how did you get on Bad Boys Texas? You went to the auditions.
I auditioned like everybody else for the show. And to be honest, everybody didn't even audition for the show.
Yes, honey. I just wanted to fill y'all in on that seat as well. Yes, apparently Santana cheated on him. And that's why he didn't have nothing cooked. That's his reason for not having nothing cooked for when Carisha had came over or whatever. And Carisha was probably expecting a meal, and that's why she was mad and all. Yeah, Cosmo got into the tea. All right, we're going to keep popping tea because y'all catching it.
Okay. I'm going to start from the second question, were we friends? In my eyes, yes, I thought me and Anthony were friends. I met Anthony about a year and a half ago through Natalie. He booked her to do a hosting, and he booked me to do a hosting at the same time. Flew me to Houston, hotel, paid me, sections, bottles, everything, 2 times. So from there, I was like, okay, he got a little money flowing through. He's supporting me and who I am. I'm going to fuck with him on a different, page. Anthony definitely liked me. He had a big crush on me or whatever. But when I found out like she was my sister, I'm like, girl, you my sister. Like, you my sister. So let's be sisters.
So he too feminine?
He was too feminine and
Now this is here I want y'all to catch. Bitch, how the fuck you in a whole relationship with Santana? He had ended up admitting in this interview that him and Santana dated off and on, has dated off and on even up until 2023, and the public just wasn't aware of it. So you into Santana, like no shade, she sliced her beard and grow her hair out, girl. She's a femme queen. How is Anthony too feminine? Now, Chef D starts tripping up on his words or whatever, and it's no shade. I think he's avoiding a health read with Anthony. Just my opinion.
That's real private. I don't know if I should say that. I'm not going to say that. He was too feminine.
I'm about to say what you want on the blogs, honey, because Zeus Network, T-Ink, he going to cut it up. They going to slip it down. They going to flip it around. So make sure you say what you want out there.
I mean, I just don't like people who like thirsty to talk to me.
Mm-hmm.
And he, like, the first time I met him, like, he was, like, super thirsty, wanted to talk to me. He tried to, you know, give me oral or whatever. And I'm just like, you know, hold on, pump your brakes. Like, hold up. Like, you just booked me for a hosting. Like, you know, pump your brakes.
You know what's different about you?
What?
You don't have an OnlyFans.
No, I do not have an OnlyFans. I don't want
All
an
the
OnlyFans.
boys have an OnlyFans.
No, I don't. So from there, that's when, like, he was like, "Oh my God, you're so funny. Like, I like you," and we just, like, turned it into a friendship. And he, like, kept booking me even more. Then we started, like, doing collabs together as far as, like, me cooking at his nightclub, you know, that he owned with 2 other people who are the owner of the nightclub or the after hour spot. And yeah, it went from there. So I'm gonna go to the next question.
Were you living with him?
Yes. I don't know what people's definition is of living with someone. Everybody have different definitions of a lot of different things. Like, you can call me Trey, but somebody can say I'm sus. Or somebody can say, oh, he a butch queen, or he this, he that. People have different meanings of things. So for me, my house got robbed last year in LA. It's on my
need security.
It's on my page. My house got robbed. They took a lot of my things last year in May, right after my birthday. When my house got robbed, I said, you know what? I want to put my house on Airbnb. I want to move to Texas. I want to open up a restaurant. Me and Anthony decided to open up a restaurant together. I was going to be the back of the house. He's going to do the front of the house. So I did leave LA May 29th, 2022, and went to Houston, Texas to move into my house. I went to Texas to move into my house. My house wasn't ready. Me and Darrell's with me. Darrell went and looked at the house and everything with me. Darrell picked my house with me and everything too in Houston, Texas. And the house was not ready. I stayed at Anthony's house in his guest bedroom for 2 weeks. Yes, I did. To me, that's not living with a person. Living with somebody when you bring all your stuff, like you there all the time. I stayed there for 2 weeks until my house in Houston was ready. And even the 2 weeks I was there, I was gone doing host.
All right, now I pumped all that tea for a reason. I'm pumping all this tea for a reason. I want y'all to hear specific points that D is making before we move outside of this interview. Because we have to talk about what's been going on social media since this interview was released.
Lou styled me last year, 2022, the end of July for Rolling Loud when I was with Saucy. He did style me in a Burberry outfit, the same one he had on that I had to get back to him that he had on the show that he got altered to fit the monogram.
How he fit it?
The monogram.
Okay, this tea y'all already know. That's tea about Lou. We can skip that tea. Y'all, I've already pumped y'all on the tea about Lou being a thief.
You can't say Anthony because he left halfway through.
I wasn't about to say Anthony.
Okay.
My least favorite? Damn, this is mixy.
Ooh.
I got a couple of
them. Line them up.
My least favorite on the show is going to be Darrell. And it's going to be Carry On.
Why Relly?
Because Relly played both sides to everything in his entire life. And I hate that for him. I hate people who play both sides. Be who you are, stand on who you are, and just do it. Relly, all the fake crying with Anthony. Even Anthony just said on the internet the other day, like, oh, Relly, you was fake crying about me and all that or whatever. Your own friend who you was defending and kept fucking saying I lived with him through the first 3 episodes even said you was fucking fake crying and shit. Because you don't have your own personality to be yourself. And I didn't like that. I didn't like that for him. But he did it with a lot of people in different situations. That's just how he is. And I went live with him the other day in Prince, and I told him, like, you know, I unfollowed you because you don't think for yourself. Like, you don't have your own mind. And I don't want to follow people who don't have their own mind.
Okay, honey. Yes, I wasn't expecting him to say that about Relly either. I wasn't expecting him to consider Relly one of his least favorites. on the show. I thought him and Riley was close. I thought him, Riley, and Jonathan was the squad, you know, before he came on the show or whatever. Guess not. But Riley had a response. DJ, pump the beat.
This is the first time I've seen him do anything besides flaunt on social media about something he does not have. This is the first time I've seen him do anything. So for you to say, oh, Darrell doesn't have personality, but yet I'm the same bitch that you was asking advice about on the show. Yet you're the one, twin. If I had a fucking dollar for every time Chef D said my twin, I would literally buy Zeus. I would literally buy my town, my hometown where I'm from. I would probably even start a covenant house for, you know, people with bad surgeries. I would literally be unbotching surgeries. I would be unbotching BBLs. We're gonna start there. Also, you're talking about your least favorite. I'm the same bitch that you were still calling outside the shout. You only saying I was fake crying because of Jonathan, but yet you're bandwagoning off of what Jonathan had to say, but yet Jonathan is the same bitch who said you be all up his ass on live. But that's your twin. I would not dare talk about Prince like that on no way, shape, form, or fashion to none of y'all. I would never get on live and be like, oh, Prince this, Prince that, if that's my bitch. Prince is my friend. So I don't play with that. We're gonna start there. I'm glad you bitches is getting booked because y'all weren't doing anything. I'm the one who's getting booked. I'm the one who's doing that. Yeah, on account of Mo City and Prince. But honestly, I'm the bitch who make the most revenue after this. I'm the bitch who getting noticed by the celebrities, not just Sexy Red. I'm talking about Nicki Minaj. I'm talking about all of them. Y'all talking about followers, this and the fourth and all of that. I'm the big dog. I'm the big dog. I'm the only fan favorite OG that came back who came through a whole season. Go cook. Go cook. I be selling my hair care line. My hair care line is pinned at the bottom. I'm getting booked left and right. Would you like to hear some of the chants? Before I can even come in the club, people are screaming my name as if I am Nicki Minaj. Go cook. Go fucking cook. Go do something constructive because the show is almost over. What are y'all gonna do when the show is over? Focus on the show. Focus on the show. Don't focus on a bitch like me, because guess what? My focal point, y'all, this is probably the focal point of some of y'all's career. Y'all may never get back on a TV show again. But you're worried about a bitch who's about to go film for Netflix. You're worried about a bitch who's doing this and doing that. I was made for this. My clout came from me. Like I told Kirian, my clout is self-made. My clout is self-made. I jumped out the back of a trunk. I didn't get known from no hoe. I didn't get known from nobody. Everybody know Darrell B. Smiley as Darrell B. Smiley, who made where the money reside. That's why I don't deal with the Bad Boys cast, because we are not there yet. Jonathan, Orlando, Raz, and I'm emerging to that point where we're on the celebrity status. The rest of, and Prince, but nobody else is celebrity. So why is there people acting as if they are celebrities? Nobody is a celebrity on that show. I didn't audition for one thing when it came down to Zeus. They auditioned to be on that show. I was called to be on that show. Okay? It's quite distasteful. Not just that, like, come out with something. I have a hair care line. You probably can't do it because you wear toupees. You can't do nothing related to hair, but you can do something. Make sure y'all go cop my hair care line. The growth oil is back in stock. But what are you doing with yourself? What are you doing with yourself? Where do you live? Where are you residing? Because you talking about me and this and the fourth and Anthony and all that. Me personally, I thought that, especially with you, me, even though me and Anthony don't see, me and the bitch don't see eye to eye, you should have some compassion, especially when you're staying in the room right next to him. I don't care if he asked you or not. I don't care if because he asked me to come as well, but we still made that decision to come. You should have had some type of compassion.
Ooh, child. Yeah, honey, she get ready to get into all kinds of teas and secret teas and specialties, and honey, we don't need to sip that tea, honey, because I just wanted to make sure that y'all verify, because if you remember, and if you don't remember, you can run it back, but Chef D had claimed that Darrell went with him to get a house, to find his house, right? Well, now Darrell is asking him, where do he reside? Well, let's find out where Chef D says that Chef D resides, alright? Well, how about we try that? DJ, pump the beat.
How some of them move, how some of them talk. I was just like, ugh, I wouldn't want that to be me. I wouldn't. In the house, Banger was so quiet. He didn't do shit. He stayed in his room. You know, Banger don't believe in God. So he will always say he don't believe in God. He don't want to be around us, blah, 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 blah. And to watch the show and see how he's in the confessionals, just so bubbly and kikiing and saying little slick shit and everything, he strategically planned out how he...
I just brought that up because I think that he hating on Banger. I think they all low-key hating on Banger because Banger was the one who came in with the least of everything, but the most honest. And it seems to be paying off. DJ, pump the beat.
That was... I thought I was talking about secrets.
I'm sorry. You said surgery and it instantly ringed in my head. That
All right, the second secret can be, yeah, I do have a BBL. Yes, I do have one.
You don't look like it to me.
It don't. My ass look good. The TV fucked me up. I don't know what that was. That shit was a mess. That shit looked crazy. I'm like, they edited, blued it out. They added an extra stretch over here.
They gave you tennis.
Yeah, because I always get compliments on my butt. All the time.
It's me.
All the time.
All right, y'all. So this is...
All right, y'all. I ain't getting paid on her sponsorship, so we gonna keep it moving. DJ, pump the beat.
So did you do anything with any of them?
I have to set it for the reunion.
Ooh, okay. So, are you a top or a bottom?
I did though. With 2 people. I'm not a top and I'm not a bottom. I'm Verse and I'm living life.
Okay, we love Verse, but why?
But I do prefer butt over dick. This is a lot of work to take dick. I really like you. Oh, that's too much.
I believe it. I believe every word of that. I believe every word of it, Chanelica. I believe every word. So, those were all my highlights from Chef D's interview. Not everybody was happy with Chef D's interview because, you know, it was so much spilled. That's why I let y'all, you know, get into this tea. Instead of me breaking it down, I could let you see it for yourself. But this was Anthony's response to Chef D's interview, honey. She said, girl, in your dreams. Because if you remember, Chef D said that when he met Anthony, Anthony was booking him. And when him and Natalie, and when he met Anthony, she had a crush on him and was trying to go Bible. Anthony said, girl, in your dreams, first off, you big back, 12-foot bottom. I don't like oversized punks that were fake purses bigger than their career is not my type. Plus, I like them big, you shrimp. Y'all see all the things that it say, but I ain't saying all the things that it say. Because I'm trying to keep all the monetization on my video if I can. All right, honey. That was Anthony's response, love. But Anthony seems to be over it. I'm sure you know, Anthony is really over it and genuinely over all of them because she didn't have the opportunity to keep being scared of Jonathan and, you know, pretending to be Natalie's friends and keeping her place on the show. Honey, but it's been a lot of scuttlebutt about them not having a reunion, which is late as all outdoors. If they don't have a reunion, then I think that this is going to be the last season that I talk about them. At least unless I see something better. But I won't be expecting to talk about them publicly. No more seasons if they don't do a reunion. It's been going back and forth that they're going to have a reunion. In that interview, Chef D said that they're going to have a reunion. But we will see. We will see, honey. We will see. Anthony also ended up tweeting this. Ben told y'all the Bad Boys reunion was canceled. I was not invited and too many people declined. Have a nice day though. Originally seeing that tweet, you know, you would just think, you know, nothing spectacular, right? Honey, keep that tweet in mind. Keep that smiling boy. That picture of that smiling boy in your hand. You see him? You see him? Keep that picture in your hand, honey. Did you see him? Did you see the smiling little boy, honey? Make sure you keep that picture in your head. No, it's not Anthony. No, Anthony posted it, but no, it's not Anthony. I'm not. Little boy in that picture. What you think he is? You think he a queer and all? Queer and all. Queer and all. Well, honey, that's what Anthony is insinuating with posting that. Because that is a picture of JB. Mo City JB. And this was Mo City JB's response to Anthony posting that post with his picture in it. Damn, we hit hard down here in Texas. Little nigga don't run shit in Houston. Only run that little weird ass club. Little bro mad because I almost broke his friend's jaw. Got ran off, never came back. Jono made you his bitch. At Jonathan Wright. Mo City JB, I think you should have paid it. A hit dog will holler. But I think you should have paid it, Mo City JB, because had you not come out and responded to Anthony's little tweet, the people who didn't know wouldn't have known. If you didn't know, then you wouldn't know. You know, the girls that didn't know wouldn't know. But Mo City JB, you done came out swinging, honey. You done made it very clear, like, no, Jonathan then put out an old punk picture of me. You know what I mean? And a lot of us had never even known that picture had existed. A lot of us haven't been on the internet and into the other influencers' business for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Anthony, of course, is sensitive, honey. Call Ralph Tresvant. Honey, yes. So he responds. This is how Anthony responds. Host City gay you bottoms kill me, try and read me because you get an ick dog and corns and I can't read it. I can't read it. I'm gonna lose all the monetization. But honey, y'all feel free to read. Y'all feel free to child. Honey, she read Miss Mo City JB. Pause to read, bitch. Pause to read, honey. Then she reposts JB's picture, honey. And if you pause to read, if you pause and read, then you know that she spooked this set where JB and his cousin was supposedly in a boy-on-boy relationship just a few years ago when they were teenagers. Anthony also threatened to invite Mo City JB's cousin to the club, to one of his parties. Messy. Those girls are messy. Honey, baby. Them hoes is messy, honey. Hey, B. Hey, B. Richard. How you doing, honey? Cosmo, baby. All them girls is messy, honey. Line them up. Line them up, honey. Grab your rock. Grab your stones. Yes, honey, line them up, honey. Yes, honey. A hot ass mess, baby, honey. Yeah, Cosmos a hairy. Well, yeah, I'm about to get out of here, but before I get out of here, you know we have to give a shout out to a woman of color, honey. Yes, honey. And this week's woman of color, other than me, is your girl. I need to get that. I need to get that. I need to incorporate that. We need to find that. Yo, girl. But it's your girl, honey, with the good coochie. DJ Puppet.
I'm trying to get my coochie stretched. I'm trying to get my coochie stretched and eat a nigga ass. Eat a nigga ass. We be eating niggas ass today in London. Period, baby. I'm trying to get this coochie stretched. I'm trying to get my coochie stretched. I'm trying to get my coochie stretched and eat a nigga ass. Eat a nigga ass. We be eating niggas.
Cause we be eating them. Now Sukiyana, you know she's one of them girls that goes to God. I don't be doing no booty eating, honey. No, that's a hard no for me. No, I heard that's how you get pink eye. I heard that's I don't put ain't nobody. If your butt is in my face, it's by accident, and it better be by accident. Cause if it happened again, you gonna look and you gonna get punched right in it, punched right in your rectum. And I know some of you girls like that, but I'm gonna make it. It's not. It's gonna be the last time you see me. The white women in London. B. Richard said the white women in London was shook. Y'all go follow Sukiana with the good coochie. Okay? Yes. Yes. And y'all have a good evening, baby. Thank y'all for supporting me, as always. And peace, love, and blessings to you and yours.